Hi, I'm Evangeline here at eTrailer. Today I'm going to show you how I installed our DZ Tailgate Assist here on our 2022 Ram 2500. If you're not sure what a tailgate assist is, well, if you own this truck, then you know that the tailgate doesn't usually go down as smoothly as this. It's usually a bit more of a jarring experience. This is going to be something that attaches to your tailgate and makes for a little bit of extra assisted motion there when it comes down. Now, you don't have to drill any new holes or do any major modifications to your truck. This works in conjunction with the tailgate cables that are already on your tailgate. So if you're curious about how that works, let's go take a look. The way this works is that this installs onto your driver's side, and it has the strut assembly up top, and then you have this little arm that goes up and down. So even if you are raising and lowering, let's say from the half position, doesn't really matter, it will still give you a really good and slow movement going down. Now, the one thing it doesn't do though is engage higher up. So you will still have a bit of a jerky movement until you hit halfway, and then that's when your DZ Tailgate Assist takes over. I've installed this on several different trucks, and I've enjoyed the experience every single time. In fact, it's come to the point where this is a popular birthday present for my friends that own trucks. Now, with that in mind, this is custom fit for different types of trucks, so please use our fit guide here at eTrailer. At the top of the page, put in your year, make, and model, and then we will help you find the right tailgate assist for you. That's because Ford trucks, Ram trucks, they all have a different way of securing their tailgates, so you want to make sure you get the right kit that works with yours. In the case of our Ram 2500 today, it was slightly more involved than some of the others because this involves inserting a nutsert into the tailgate, it involved taking off the rubber block. No drilling was required, which was nice, but just something to keep in mind. This also only installs on the driver's side of your tailgate. If you want two shocks, that's not really how this works. One will be more than enough for your needs. If you're curious about the installation process, I'll show you how I got this one installed here on our truck. We're going to start with the nutsert, and this is going to require a very specific number of rotations of the nut, not the bolt, of the nut. So in order to keep track of our rotations, we're going to get a pen, and we're going to make a line somewhere on here, and that way we know when it has made a full rotation. You're then going to need a 10mm wrench as well as an M5 Allen key for this next part. So on the driver's side of your tailgate, there's going to be this hole. You're going to insert that nutsert into that hole. Make sure it goes all the way in. You're then going to hold this bolt with that Allen key. Do not turn the Allen key. What you are going to turn is your 10mm wrench, and you're going to rotate 9 times. So you want 9 360-degree rotations. You're going to double check and see if this has any movement or any wobble. If it does, then do another turn and check again. You can then loosen the nutsert device by just turning that bolt all the way until it comes off. Install your bottom plates. So this is going to be seen with a cutout. That cutout fits perfectly into your tailgate where it all still lines up with that nutsert you just installed. So now grab this bolt that's included with your kit. This fits through and will secure the plate to your tailgate. In order to tighten down, you're going to need to use a 4 or a size 4 Allen key. Just tighten this down to the torque specifications in your instructions. Now go up the tailgate cable to the top. You do get a T45 wrench. So this is gonna be a Torx wrench, but since I'm on the weaker side, this does not really work as well for me. So I grab my own bit and a longer wrench, and I'm going to remove this bolt up top. I'm removing it so that I can remove the cable from the bolt. You can see how that there's this cable attached. Now, technically, you're supposed to remove this cable, and if you need to do that, you just push in on that plate there, and then the bolt can slide underneath and then come out. But we're gonna put this cable to the side since I need to reattach this bolt, but this time going over our new plate. So making sure the ball is on the bottom, we're then going to get this bolt and thread it up top. When everything's tightened down, you're then going to reinstall the cable by lifting up on the tailgate, pushing that cable up over that bolt, and just sliding it right back down. Now this rubber block over here is going to be in the way, so we're going to remove it by loosening this screw with a Phillips head screwdriver. I was able to get that block out by just pushing in on that screw and pulling on that rubber block. So we're going to set that to the side and then continue on to the bottom of the cable. There is a limiter on our bottom part of the cable, and that is to prevent this from rotating too far, which is fine in normal uses, but in our case here, that needs to be bent down. So I have this punch, and I'm gonna use it with a hammer. I'm just gonna tap away at this in order to push this end bracket down. Go up your tailgate cable, back up to the top. We're gonna grab a tape measure, and we're gonna measure 5 inches from the top of the cable down. So at that spot at the bottom, or 5 inches, that's gonna be where your cable clip gets installed. So this cable clip will push onto the cable. It has a little indent there just to make it a little bit easier. This will require a good amount of force. I'm gonna grab some pliers here to help me out by pinching that. Included with your kit is going to be this Mylar patch. Now this is optional. A lot of people just like to use this if they're worried about scuffing up their paint. And you can install it over here or over here by the taillight, or you can just cut up the piece and use both. It's whatever makes more sense for you. Just make sure to clean off that area with just a cloth to make sure there's no dust in there. You're then gonna peel off this patch, and I'm just gonna put it onto that spot. This is just a protective piece. I'm gonna flatten that out nicely. Final step, go and grab your shock. So this is going to have a narrow part, and this is gonna have a larger part. Also, look at how I have the logo. If yours looks like this, then you should be good to go. So first, we're going to install the larger part. This is gonna fit over that ball, push down until that clip flattens out. There we go. And now we're gonna bring this bottom part down to our tailgate. If you find that you're struggling a bit, you can also lift your tailgate up a little bit just to get lined up with that joint. It's gonna push onto it just like that too. And we're gonna go up and down a couple times to make sure that everything works smoothly. Over time, always check if maybe any parts become loose or have wear and tear. It should all work really good for a good amount of time. But that's going to be it for the install of your DZ Tailgate Assist for your 2022 Ram 2500.